You've walked past this bird 1,000 times. In parking lots, at cafes, outside your window, and every single time, you've ignored it. But what if I told you this tiny, boring bird has been the subject of nearly 5,000 scientific research papers? More than almost any other bird on Earth? Today, we're going to expose the shocking truth about the house sparrow. And by the end of this video, you will never look at one the same way again. Fact 1. The gene that changed everything. Let's start with something that genuinely shocked scientists. House sparrows carry a gene mutation called AMY2, a starch-digesting gene they share with humans and dogs. Think about that. This tiny bird evolved the same genetic adaptation as your pet dog, all because of one thing. Humans started farming. Around 11,000 years ago, as people in the Fertile Crescent began growing crops, house sparrows started living beside them, eating human grain and following humans wherever they went. Scientists also found that urban sparrows evolved a gene called COL11A, which gave them a larger beak and stronger skull, perfect for cracking open the tougher seeds used in agriculture. So the sparrow didn't just adapt to humans. It co-evolved with us, changing its DNA to match our lifestyle. That's not a pest. That's a biological miracle. Fact 2. They live underground. Here's one most people find impossible to believe. House sparrows have been found living and breeding 2,000 feet underground in a coal mine. No sunlight, no trees, no sky, just a sparrow deep in the earth, raising chicks in the dark. The house sparrow has also been recorded feeding on the observation deck of the Empire State Building at night, and it regularly lives and breeds indoors in factories, warehouses, and zoos. This bird doesn't just survive in human environments. It thrives in literally any environment we create, including ones with no natural light whatsoever. Fact 3. They hack automatic doors. Now let's talk about sparrow intelligence, because this one is almost unbelievable. In some locations, house sparrows have learned to open electronic doors to shopping centers by fluttering in front of the sensor. They figured out that a specific movement triggers a specific response, and they learned to exploit it for food. House sparrows have also been seen stealing food directly from American robins and piercing flowers to drain them of nectar, essentially picking the lock of a flower that wasn't designed for them. These birds aren't just surviving. They're problem-solving. Fact 4. The cheating secret. House sparrows are supposed to be monogamous, and mostly they are. But here's the dark secret hiding inside their nests. DNA research has confirmed that around 15% of sparrow offspring are the result of either the male or female mating with a different partner outside the pair bond. Researchers still aren't fully sure why females choose more than one mate. It may improve the chances of fertilization, or it may be a strategy to secure better genes for stronger chicks. So that happy little sparrow couple you see at your bird feeder, there may be secrets in their nest they're not telling each other. Fact 5. The world takeover. Now let's talk about the most audacious bird invasion in history. In 1851, house sparrows were imported from Europe and released in Brooklyn, New York, to control a moth-caterpillar infestation destroying trees in the city. It worked, but it also unleashed something nobody predicted. By 1900, just 50 years later, the sparrow had spread all the way to the Rocky Mountains. Further introductions in San Francisco and Salt Lake City helped it conquer the entire American West. In some regions, the house sparrow can expand its range at a rate of over 230 kilometers per year, from just a handful of birds in Brooklyn to an entire continent in half a century. No army, no plan, just a bird that's very, very good at being a bird. Fact 6. The badge of dominance. Male house sparrows have a remarkable social system, and it's written on their bodies. Males with larger black patches on their throats tend to be older and more dominant over males with smaller patches. By displaying this information on their feathers, sparrows can avoid physical fights and save energy. It's like wearing your rank on your chest, so everyone knows where you stand before a single feather is ruffled. When a male displays to attract a female, he puffs up his chest, holds his wings partially open, fans his tail, and hops stiffly in front of her, sometimes bowing up and down. Even their courtship is a performance of status and strength. Fact 7. The vanishing. And now, the most shocking fact of all, and perhaps the saddest. This bird conquered the world. It outsmarted evolution, hacked our doors, colonized our coal mines, and spread to 6 continents. And now it's disappearing. House sparrow populations in North America have declined by about 3% every year, a cumulative loss of nearly 80% between 1966 and 2019. In London alone, 3/4 of all sparrows vanished between 1994 and 2000. In some urban areas, the population has fallen by 99%. Scientists point to a lack of insect food for chicks, loss of nesting sites due to modern building design, heavy use of pesticides, and the replacement of native plants in cities as major causes of the collapse. The bird that followed us for 11,000 years, that evolved with us, for us, is now struggling because of how we've changed the world around it. The house sparrow isn't a boring bird. It never was. It's a 10,000-year-old evolutionary companion that shares our DNA, lives in our minds, hacks our doors, and built its entire existence around being close to us. And right now, it needs us to notice it. So next time you see one hopping around your feet at a cafe or chirping on a wire outside your window, pause for just a second, because that little bird has one of the most remarkable stories on Earth.